The Public Servants Association says its members are preparing for a possible strike in the first week of June. It is also preparing to file conciliation papers next week. This after wage negotiation talks with the government deadlocked. The PSA's Claude Naicker joins us now with the latest. A very good afternoon to you, Claude, and thank you so much for your time. So why specifically these deadlines that you've put in terms of possible strike in June?
Well, there is a very good afternoon to you. The Public Service Coordinating Bargaining Council has a constitution which sets out deadlines and specific timeframes in which you must declare a dispute or on how the process is to unfold if you negotiate on matters of mutual interest. So it's very important to follow these procedures very meticulously in order there's no technicalities that will obviously delay any processes itself. The chamber negotiations resumed yesterday, and as my colleague had indicated earlier, we're extremely disappointed and frustrated that the employer has not come up with a tangible offer. In fact, what they have done is that they decided to reduce some of the benefits that public servants currently enjoy, like resettlement costs, encashment of leave, pay progression, to basically fund some of the demands that we've actually proposed early in March. So this basically entails the shifting of funds from one item to the other to try and see if they can actually pay salary increase for public servants that are due for this year, 1st of April.
Is there no way that you guys can find common ground? That's the PSA and, of course, government. Is there no way there can be some kind of concession from both parties, or are you adamant that what you want is what you want and you have to get it?
There's always a possibility of trying to find each other. Obviously, if you do come up with some sort of offer, it's got to be a tangible offer that we can take to our members. Unfortunately, a 0% salary increase proposal is not a tangible offer. How do we take that to our members and say that the government has offered 0% increase and propose to them or try and entice them to accept this? That's going to be very difficult against the backdrop that they haven't received salary increases last year. Collective bargaining is all about giving and take. And I think at the end of the day, we will be able to find each other if there is some sort of tangible offer on the table. At the moment, it's absolutely devastating as to what the employers actually put on the table. At this moment in time, I don't think we can find each other. And there is a very, very strong possibility of us going on industrial action if the employer doesn't come up with a more tangible offer, a concrete offer.
Morena Mothupi, a little earlier, Claude was saying that it's actually the leaders of the unions who are, essentially delaying this strike action, and that the members want to hit the streets right now. Is that the sense that you're also getting from the members?
There is complete frustration out on the road, out on the field, at the offices. You must remember our members were in the health sector. We were at the forefront of fighting against this pandemic. They've been toiling, exposed to the different dangers that we have out there as a result of this pandemic. And yet we've been constantly trying to motivate them to go to work hard enough against the backdrop of this pandemic. And yet now you have to go and tell them, listen, you didn't get an increase last year, and there's no likelihood of you getting an increase this year. So you can imagine the frustration that our members are currently facing. This, together with the rising price in fuel, the cost of food and transport, compound with this effect, I think they're at the tether now to actually trying to convince them to accept anything less than what we have demanded. So yes, the frustration is really getting to them at this stage.
All right, Claude, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. That is the PSA's National Manager, Claude Naicker.